I'll be playing two videos, and I want us to focus on Trump's tone when he's talking about where taxes is going. And in the next video, I want us to pay attention to how the trade minister, we call him the trade minister, is talking about tariffs and how clueless he is. And yet, this is literally April. We're not even halfway through the year, and this is what's already happening with tariffs. And he's clueless. He's not representing meetings that were going on behind the public's back. And to me, it's very suspicious because if I'm not mistaken, Trump had mentioned that they'll start being clear. They're going to be very transparent when it comes to things. Hence, he was telling people in terms of taxes and on how it's being used and where into which countries it's been poured into. And yet we have tariffs and nobody can explain anything. So, yeah.
Appreciates it, I believe. They just don't want to admit that. Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+ in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $60 million for indigenous peoples and Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America. $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova. $10 million for male circumcision in Mozambique. $20 million for the Arab Sesame Street in the Middle East. It's a program. $20 million for a program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her? A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring.
Breaking news. You need to watch this.
How long is the pause? How many days?
I understand it's 90 days. I haven't spoken to the president since I've been.
So the trade representative hasn't spoken to the president of the United States about a global reordering of trade.
Yes, I have.
And
I've just been in the hearing with you, sir.
But yet he announced it on a tweet. WTF? Who's in charge?
The president of the United States is in charge.
It looks like your boss just pulled the rug out. Just found out 3 seconds ago, sitting here, we saw you. You came here knowing that these tariffs were going to be turned off. Why didn't you include that in your opening statement?
I don't disclose my conversations with the president, sir.
This is amateur hour. Did you know that this was happening?
We have been discussing it.
Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
That's
offshored all of our
and if it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? There are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the Speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American people. WTF!